have confronted me, he would have asked me why, who the other man was, what it was that he, the other man, had that he didn't, and so on. I told him I was thinking all of these things, but I had other priorities, like the stability of my children's family life, and the hurt it would cause them to have divorced parents, because he knew me well enough to understand that I would never forgive a cheater. I pushed away my anger and feelings of disappointment because all I was thinking of was how we could provide our children the best life with 2 homes. I was eventually going to process the anger and hurt. I knew I had all the time later for grief and rage, so he told me that he wanted to move out to his parents, but that he wasn't sure how to manage without seeing the children every day. So I suggested that he could pick them up from daycare every day. Since I work later than him, I could pick them up from my in-laws after work. I also suggested that we could split the weekend. He was silent while I was planning. He then said I love you and kissed me and hugged me for a long while, for the first time in weeks. When I got home after picking up the children and the dogs, he was already gone with his clothes. He texted me around 11 p.m. saying that he couldn't believe that I was doing it again and that he was done. I called him and he told me I was, again, a matter of fact and unemotional. I seemed unfazed, like him moving out wasn't a big deal. He felt redundant again and disposable and unnecessary in my life. I told him this was so unfair, because I've missed him, and I have missed him all these weeks when he was ignoring me. I was just trying to give him space and respect his wishes because I still wanted us to work things out. He didn't want to listen anymore, so we hung up. At 2 a.m., he texted that this wasn't working for him and he wanted a divorce. I texted back, okay. Update 2. My husband found my posts and he said he was so ashamed of himself and the way he handled our problem, especially after reading all the comments calling him out. Now we have a lot of work to do if we're going to make it. I'm still not 100% sure why he acted the way he did because I've always been clear about my feelings and how much I love him. I never felt that life and the children came in the way. It just made my love for him even stronger, but I'm not gonna dismiss his feelings if he really felt neglected and disposable. He hasn't moved home yet. We have been on dates and we have been spending quality time together. Before all of this happened, we were talking about having another baby and maybe moving into a bigger house. We are waiting with this. I wasn't sure how I would tell him that I wanted to wait without it sounding like I'm cold and have given up on our future, so I tried to show more emotions this time and making it clear that I just want to wait until we're back on track and not cancel the plans altogether, but he was actually understanding and kind of relieved. We'll see how this goes. I love and miss him so much and the children miss their daddy at home. Thank you again.